To take you into an area that I know you're very comfortable in, and it comes to your cattle, the Ankole.
Yes.
What is it about them that fascinates you so much?
Well, I first saw the Ankole cattle on a visit to Uganda. It was the herd of cattle that President Museveni has. And as soon as I saw these cattle with big horns and wonderful sort of coats, multicolored, almost like our Nguni cattle, I fell in love with them. I immediately fell in love with these cattle. That is one of those that was born on my farm. And I immediately said to President Museveni, I'd like to buy these cattle. And he said, you can buy them. So I bought them, and we brought them back to South Africa through embryo transfer, because the Department of Agriculture would not allow us to bring them in because the diseases that they could bring to South Africa could wipe out our cattle herds. So we brought them in through embryo transfer, which is a scientific good way of bringing cattle in a safe manner. And today we now have these magnificent cattle in our country. They are cholesterol free, they are disease resistant, they produce a lot of milk, and they are now available for purchase by anyone. And we formed the Ankole Cattle Breeders Society, so a number of people. And the wonderful thing is that a number of black people, black cattle farmers, are also joining into this, and I'm also assisting a number of them to be owners of these magnificent cattle. And we call them the cattle of the ages.
Why is that?
Cattle of the ages because it's a breed of cattle that's more than 6,000 years old. It came from India and came through Ethiopia, and finally the Ugandans were able to breed with them successfully.
And is there enthusiastic trade when it comes to these cattle, and how much of it has got to do with the horns?
Well, people fall in love with them because of the horns, and the horns are truly magnificent. No one cattle looks like the other, and with that people get attracted, but the meat tastes slightly different. It's cholesterol free, and you just need to see some of these cattle and just fall in love, and which is exactly what I did.